Hi. Whenever you want to do economic forecasts of a particular region using typal profiles, you would usually prefer to have a P50 case, which is the median case over the rates, as your base case. And then you would also want to attach some kind of uncertainty or sensitivity cases to quantify uncertainty, which is more of like a P10 or a P50, P90 case, or sometimes even P25 or P75 cases, right? But these are all based on rates. Now, there is another preferred option where you want to quantify the uncertainty based on scaling of your EUR compared to your base case. That is the feature which we have developed in the Whitson module. And hi, this is Srikanth from Whitson. And so today I'm going to give you a good tip over this new feature that is called the two-factor normalization in the typal module. So let's dive into the demonstration. So here we have a typal profile, which is of 20 wells, and then we are showing P50 case on the green curve right over here. So when we go to the DCA module, and if we overlay a DCA profile on top of my P50 case, which is the black line over here, we have two segments. One is the linear segment at the beginning, and then we have an arc segment in the major portion of that profile. So let me just create this case and call this base case profile for my typal. Now on top of this, I want to construct new cases, which are my sensitivity cases of about 10%, but this time I'm scaling my EUR based on that 10%. So my new EUR has to be about 0.9 times of the base case and 1.1 times of the base case, which is the 10% margin that I'm going to give for the uncertainty estimation. So to do that, I would use this feature which is like the calculator button. I would press this called two-factor normalization, and that opens up a pop-up window which gives me options to scale two variables. One is the peak rate and the other one is the EUR. Now you can either scale both these factors, suppose say 10% increment of both the peak rate as well as the EUR, which the engine takes care of both these variables at the same time, or you can also scale them independently, which is the case for the example today. So I'm going to keep my peak rate normalization just as 1, but for the EUR, I would go with 1.1 as my maximum case for the uncertainty, and I would, once I do that, I see my target EUR has increased from 234 to 258. So let me create a new case for this and call this plus 10%. And similarly, to create my minus 10% case, I would first go with the base case once again. So I see my 234 as my EUR, and now I press this two-factor normalization once again. And now I would go back to my EUR multiplier and say 0.9. As I do it, my target EUR right now is 211.32. So I create a new case over here and call this minus 10%. Once I do that, the engine automatically senses that the new EUR is going to be this particular value, and it changes the decline factors and the peak rates based on according to the what was the newly calculated EUR that we're kind of providing to it. So as my new cases are created, I would go back to my settings tab over here just to visualize all these at the same time. So I would first click my base case, which is this color here, and now a minus 10%, which is my purple color, and a plus 10%, the pink color. So we can see that all the four colors are visualized, and this is how my uncertainty is quantified for my typal profile with respect to the base case by scaling the EUR in this way. So hope you like this particular tip. Stay tuned for more Tip Tuesday videos.